guys, it's the Coaster Mailman here with the top 10 aerodynamics roller coasters in the USA. Sorry for people living in other countries, this is only for the USA. Number 10 is Iron Dragon. This is a good suspended coaster. It used to have gray supports, now it has yellow. I wish the supports were still gray. That would be much nicer, but this ride has a lot of fog in it, which is pretty cool, and I would prefer this over Ninja at Six Flags Magic Mountain because this ride at least has a small drop in it, which is pretty nice, and some cool fog stuff. But this is one of the better suspended coasters out there, and it's pretty to look at. Number 9 is Vortex. This ride, you either love this ride or you hate it. I would probably think it's in between because I would probably like the vertical loops the best on this ride. The corkscrews and the batwing element aren't as good probably on this ride because it's an aero, because corkscrews on aerodynamics coasters are pretty rough. But this ride is the first coaster to feature like 6 inversions. What I think they should do with this ride is put in new trains with vest restraints, which would make this ride one of the better coasters at the park. Number 8 is the Demon at California's Great America and Six Flags Great America, my home park. This ride may be a clone at 2 parks, but this is a very fun aerodynamics coaster, perhaps one of the best aeros out there. It has 2 fun vertical loops and some theming during the ride, but the corkscrews are the only part I have to complain about on this ride. Number 7 is from Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, the Loch Ness Monster. This ride is one of the smoothest aero loopers out there. It has only 2 inversions, but they interlock, which is cool. These are 2 interlocking vertical loops, as you can see on this picture. And Loch Ness Monster was the tallest coaster when it opened, which is pretty cool. Number 6 is the Bat at Kings Island. This ride is very awesome. It's perhaps the best suspended coaster out there in my opinion. Bat is smoother than Ninja and has a great drop for a suspended coaster. Number 5 is Desperado. This will cause some argument in the comments. Desperado is a great ride, but it's a bit harder to find, so yeah. Number 4 is Tennessee Tornado at Dollywood. This is perhaps one of the best aero loopers out there, or one of the best aerodynamics coasters out there. Perhaps the best with inversions. This ride is very smooth and intense according to Coaster Studios, which is one of the most underrated coasters on his top 15 coasters list. But I'm not talking about Coaster Studios, I'm talking about Tennessee Tornado. This ride is a shorter ride, but very intense and fun. Number 3 is X2. This will cause some argument in the comments as well. This ride is perhaps the best coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain, but it's kind of rough, which is the problem. If this coaster was smooth, this ride would be the best coaster in the park. Number 2 is the Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. But some might argue, dude, that is a Morgan hypercoaster. Some of it is still aerodynamics, so technically it is on this list. This ride features tons of airtime hills, and the second drop is bigger than the first. If I rode this coaster, it would be probably like in my top 5 coasters I ever rode. And number 1 of the best aerodynamics coaster out there, in my opinion, is Magnum XL200. This is the original hypercoaster at Cedar Point. When it opened, it was the tallest and fastest coaster in the world, but it's still delivering great rides. Even though it's not the smoothest ride, it's still great. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.